Well, hello, South Beach Manor. Happy St. Patrick's weekend. My name is JJ, and I've been down there to play for you folks once or twice in years past. And I'm way over here in North Idaho, where I live, and we've decided to make a little video for y'all with some favorite Irish songs today. So I thank Corey for setting all this up. She's a wonderful person to work with, and you are so blessed to have her there as part of your team. So greetings and welcome, and let's have a little fun time. If you feel like singing along, that'll be great. I won't be able to hear you because I'm 300 plus miles away. So we'll just do our best. Sing loud so I can hear you. So let's start with a couple of favorite Irish songs. I think everybody knows one that goes like this. La da dum da 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 da. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. There's a tear in your eye, and I'm wondering why, for it never should be there at all. With such power in your smile, so the stones you'd beguile, so there's never a teardrop should fall. While your sweet lilting laughter's like some fairy song, and your eyes twinkle bright as can be, you should laugh all the while and all other times smile. So now smile that smile for me. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. Tra-la-la. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. Yes, when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. Irish eyes. Oh yes. I hope you sang along on that one. You might not know the verses, but I've been doing the verses for some years, so I've got them mostly kind of memorized. So I'm going to throw those in. Okay, here's another really famous chorus everybody likes. It's called My Wild Irish Rose. You said it. I heard ya. My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare to my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the dearest flower that grows. And someday, for my sake, she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose. La-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. If you'll listen, I'll sing you a sweet little song of a flower that's now drooped and dead, yet dearer to me, yes, than all of its mates, though each holds aloft its proud head. It was given to me by a girl that I know. Since we've met, faith, I've known no repose. She is dearer by far than the world's brightest star, and I call her my wild Irish rose. Sing with me, try it again. My wild Irish rose, the sweetest grows. And someday, for my sake, she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose. You may sing of your roses, which by other names do smell just as sweetly, they say. But I know that my rose would never consent to have that sweet name taken away. Her glances are shy whene'er I pass by the bower where my true love grows. And my one wish has been that someday I may win the heart of my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare to my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the dearest flower that grows. And someday, for my sake, she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose. Yes, I said, someday she may, someday for my sake, sorry, she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose. Wild Irish rose, absolutely right. Oh, I had a list of names. I was gonna greet you by names, of course, and I didn't print it off. I didn't print it off before I sat down to do this, and I'm already 7 minutes into this. So I'm sorry about the names. I'm so sorry. Here's another one. I have to keep myself lubricated here. Here's another one of the favorites. It's called Tura Lura. Tura Lura Lura. Okay? Gotta make sure I get all of that right when I read it out. Tura Lura Lura. Tura Lura Lie. Tura Lura Lura. Hush now, don't you cry. Tura Lura Lura. Tura Lura Lie. Tura Lura Lura. That's an Irish lullaby. Now listen, over in Killarney, many years ago, me mother sang a song for me in tones so sweet and low. Just a simple ditty in her dear old Irish way. And I'd give the world if she could sing that song for me this very day. Here's how it goes. It goes, tooraloo-raloo-ra, tooraloo-ra-lie, tooraloo-raloo-ra. Hush now, don't you cry. Oh, tooraloo-raloo-ra, tooraloo-ra-lie, tooraloo-raloo-ra. That's an Irish lullaby. Oft in dreams I wander to that cot again, and I feel her arms a-hugging me as when she held me then. And I hear her voice a-humming to me as in days of yore, when she used to rock me fast asleep. Sometimes she had to use a real rock. Oh, outside the cabin door. Oh, 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 tooraloo-raloo-ra, tooraloo-ra-lie, tooraloo-raloo-ra. Hush now, don't you cry. Oh, tooraloo-raloo-ra, tooraloo-ra-lie, tooraloo-raloo-ra. That's an There you go. So far, so good. Ha! We're 10 minutes in. Doing pretty good. I've only blown a couple of chords, and yeah, so my voice is still hanging in. So see how far we can go with this thing. I've got some famous old Irish. These are from the vaudeville days of our grandparents, right? Going way back to the early 1900s, when they used to go out to the music hall and listen to all the great the Irish-American vaudeville performers. People, you'll remember, perhaps remember the name of George M. Cohan, probably the most famous of all of them, who wrote a lot of the very famous patriotic style songs from World War I, and they had that fun Irish lilt to them, and so they were obviously very, very popular with those audiences. But anyway, here's a couple of songs that have got ladies' names in them, or about the lovely Irish girl that the singer-songwriter is interested in. So here's one that's called "I Want a Girl Just Like the Girl That Married Who? Dear Old Dad." Absolutely. I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old Dad. She was a pearl and the only girl Daddy ever had. A real old-fashioned girl with heart so true, one who loved nobody else but you. Oh, I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old Dad. Once again, here we go. I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old Dad. She was a pearl and the only girl Daddy ever had. A real old-fashioned girl with heart so true, one who loved nobody else but you. You know it's true. I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old Dad and gave him 6 lovely children, of which I am the second. The girl that married dear old Dad. Her name was Mary Lou to be exact. Here's a little song about Mary. Oh, it was Mary, plain as any name can be, but with propriety, society would say Marie. Yes, indeed, it was Mary, long before the fashions came. There was something there that sounds so square. It's a grand old name. A little higher. Oh, it was Mary, plain as any name can be, but with propriety, society would say. What did they say? Marie, very fancy, very fancy. It was Mary, long before the fashions came. And there was something there that sounds so square. It's a grand old name. Oh yes, it's a grand old name. Here's another grand old name. It's Sweet Rosie O'Grady. Sweet Rosie O'Grady, my dear little Rose. She's my steady lady, most everyone knows. And when we are married, how happy we'll be, 'cause I love sweet Rosie O'Grady, and Rosie O'Grady loves me. Oh, sweet Rosie O'Grady, my dear little Rose. Oh, she's my steady lady, most everyone knows. And when we are married, how love sweet Rosie O'Grady, and Rosie O'Grady loves me. Oh, I love sweet Rosie O'Grady, and Rosie O'Grady loves me. Rosie O'Grady, a purely wonderful old Irish name. Now here we go. Here's another sweet lady, Irish lady. It's Mamie O'Rourke, and she pops up in the middle of this one. It's called The Sidewalks of New York. That's the one. Ba-dum, da-dum, la-da-da-da-dum. Oh, east side, west side, all around the town. The tots sang Ring Around Rosie. London Bridge is falling down. Boys and girls together. Me and who? Mamie O'Rourke. There she is, I told you. We tripped the line fantastic on the sidewalks of New York. And once again, here we go. East side, west side, all around the town. The tots sang Ring Around Rosie. London Bridge is falling down. Boys and girls together. Here she comes. Me and Mamie O'Rourke. What did we do? We tripped the light fantastic on the sidewalks of New York. We tripped the light fantastic on the sidewalks of New York. All the New York Irish folks love these songs back in the old vaudeville days. Here's one called Daisy, Daisy. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due, please. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you, driving me crazy. It won't be a stylish marriage. Nope, sorry, I can't afford a carriage. Uh-oh. But you'll look sweet upon the seat of a what bicycle built for two. I hear they're very stylish. You look fine, I promise. Let's try it again. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm a half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage. Like I said, yeah. But you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. I said you'll look sweet if you on the seat of a bicycle built for two. Oh, how does that strike your fancy, my dear? Uh-oh. She's got that weird expression on her face. Now she's I'm not thinking she's extremely excited by this offer of mine. Okay, now she's saying back to me, oh, she's got a reply already. Oh, okay, here's what she says back. She says, Davy, Davy, here is your answer true. Now listen, I'm not crazy, all for the likes of you. Ooh, this sounds bad. If you can't afford a carriage, guess what, buddy? There will be no marriage. Oh, 'cause I'd get switched. Oh, wow. If I got hitched on a what? Bicycle built for two. Oh, then she says something even worse. She said, I'll be damned if I get crammed onto a bicycle built for two. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, buddy. Oh, ow. Rejection is hard. Oh, darn it. Oh, well. Another day, another dollar. Well, my friends, moving on. I got some more fun little songs with ladies' names. Irish style, Irish style. Here's one called Little Annie Rooney. Let's see. Little Annie Rooney is my sweetheart. Here we go. She's my lady. I'm her beau. She's my Annie. I'm her Joe. Soon we will marry, yes, never to part. Little Annie Rooney is my sweetheart. And again, here we go. She's my lady. I'm her beau. She's my Annie. I'm her beau. Soon we will marry, never to part. Little Annie Rooney is my sweetheart. Little Annie Rooney is my sweetheart. Here's another one, little gal, little Irish lady named Margie. My little Margie. It goes like this. My little Margie, I'm always thinking about you, Margie. I'll tell the world I love you, don't forget your promise to me. Please, please. I have bought a home and ring and everything for Margie. You are my inspiration, days are never blue. After all is said and done, there is truly only one. Oh, Margie, baby, it's you once again. My little Margie, you are my inspiration. You cause me perspiration. What? Days are never, makes me so nervous. After all is said and done, there is truly only one. Oh, Margie, baby, it's you, yeah. I said, Margie, baby, it's you. Speaking of getting all nervous when you're around your sweetie pie, or your intended, hopefully, sweetie pie, this is one, it's got a kind of a built-in stutter to it. It's called Katie. It goes like this. Katie, beautiful Katie, you're the only girl that I adore. When the moon shines over the cowshed, I'll be waiting by the kitchen. Oh, it gets worse. Oh man, the closer I get, the more nervous I get. Oh, I can't stop stuttering. Katie, beautiful Katie, you're the only girl that I adore. When the moon shines over the cowshed, I'll be waiting by the kitchen door. I'll be waiting by the kitchen door. Oh! Woo! Get a handle on it, buddy. All right. Get control of yourself. Yeah. Here's a couple of songs about Peggy. My sweet little Peggy. Peggy O'Neill is the first one. That's Peggy O'Neill. All you have to do to help me on this one is sing, that's Peggy O'Neill. Let's try it one more time. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. That's Peggy O'Neill. And then it just goes through it. All right, it's slightly different pitches on every answer back, but you'll get it. I think you'll recognize this one. If her eyes are blue as skies, everybody goes, that's Peggy O'Neill. If her eyes, if she's smiling all the while, everybody goes, that's Peggy O'Neill. If she walks like a sly little rogue, if she talks with a cute little brogue, sweet personality, full of rascality, that's Peggy O'Neill. Once again. If her eyes are blue as skies, here we go, that's Peggy O'Neill. If she's smiling all the while, that's Peggy O'Neill. If she walks like a sly little rogue, if she talks with a cute little brogue, sweet personality, full of rascality, that's Peggy O'Neill. Sing it again now. That's Peggy O'Neill. Then we shorten it down from Peggy down to Peg, and it goes, Peg of my heart, I love you, we'll never part. I love you, I always knew it would be you. Since I heard your lilting laughter, it's your Irish heart I'm after. Peg of my heart, your glances make my heart say, hey, hey, how's chances? Come be my own, come make your home in my heart. Right here, oh yeah, do it again. Peg of my heart, I love ya, we'll never part. I love you, sweet little girl, dear little girl, sweeter than the rose of heaven. It's the shamrocks we'll be sharing. Peg of my heart, your glances, my Irish heart entrances. Come be my own, come make your home in my heart. Yeah, come be my own, come make your home in my heart. Peg of my heart, whoa, 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 yeah. And then there was the time I got so nervous I forgot your name. Well, we just met, and I was just bowled over by your beauty and your wonderfulness. So I just, I blanked out. I forgot your name, and this is what I came up with. Let me call you sweetheart. I forgot your name. That's all the further I got. Then I had to man up, and I had to just sing it the right way. So, okay, let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so blue. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you once again. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so blue. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Whoa, let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Oh, you know what? I've always wondered what would happen if Elvis Presley had gotten a hold of this one. Maybe quite early before he really developed his real persona. Maybe he was just trying out different songs, and he was just trying to, come up with a little St. Patrick's Day present for his dear sweet mama who he loved so much. And this is what he sang. He sang, let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me. You love me too. You love me too, yeah. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so blue. Oh, let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. call you sweetheart, 'cause I'm in love with you. Mr. Elvis, he could do no wrong in my opinion. Absolutely. All right, here's another good one. It's about Kathleen. Oh, and she and her wonderful man. They've been married for some years. They got married quite young back in the old country, back in Ireland. And then they emigrated over to the United States. And they started with nothing, and they worked hard, and they raised their family, and they built their home, and now they put a little bit of money aside, and they're going back to Ireland now for the first time in many, many years. They decided they want to make a good trip over there while they can still travel. And so the husband, let's call him Seamus. It's a good Irish name. Seamus comes home. He's got the tickets for the trip for the boat in his hand. He's just come from the ticket office, and he comes in the front door, and he's just all full of song. And this is what he says to his lovely Kathleen. He says, "I'll take you home again, Kathleen, across the ocean wild and wide, where your heart has ever been, since first you were my bonny bride. The roses all have left your cheek. I've watched them fade away and die. Your voice is sad whene'er you speak, and tears bedim your loving eyes. Oh, I will take you back, Kathleen, to where your heart will feel no pain. And when the fields are fresh and green, I will take you to your home again." My love, we're going. Pack your bags, we're going. The taxi's waiting. Ha, just kidding. Let's do this one. Here's a couple of songs about Irish guys. Now, here's one about a guy named Casey. Casey now. He was quite the partier. He loved to party. After he'd get off a job, he's working 10 hours a day, 6 days a week probably, right? Real hard worker, and he wants to blow off a little steam on the Saturday night, I think. Yes, he does. So he calls up his girlfriend, this lovely lady, and she's got this beautiful now strawberry blonde hair. This might give the song away. They'd go out and they'd go dancing, and I'll tell you, he was blowing off steam. He'd have a few drinks and he'd get a little bit out of control, right? Now these days that would possibly be a red flag. But, back in these days, 100 plus years ago, it was just kind of normal. It was just kind of normal. So the song goes, Casey would waltz with the strawberry blonde, and maybe you know this, the band played on. Casey would waltz with the strawberry blonde, and the band played on. He'd glide across the floor with the girl he adored, and the band played on. But his brain was so loaded, it nearly exploded. The poor girl would shake with alarm. He'd ne'er leave the girl with the strawberry curl, and the band played on. A little bit higher again. Casey would waltz with the strawberry blonde, and the band played on. He'd glide across the floor with the girl he adored, and the band played on. But his brain was so loaded, it nearly exploded. The poor girl would shake with alarm. He'd ne'er leave the girl with the strawberry curl, and the band played on. Oh yes, he'd ne'er leave the girl with the strawberry curl, and the band played on. Casey would waltz. Oh yes, and they were happily married in many, many years. Nothing bad ever happened. Here's the other one about the drunken Irish guy. Clancy is his name. Clancy and his rowdy friends like to go out partying on the weekends, and they were just looking for an excuse to start a fight. So this is a stereotype of some of these songs. We're painting the Irish guys, especially, as drunken hooligans, and that's kind of sad because it's not all true. It's not true. Maybe one or two here and there. Anyway, but it's a fun song. It's just fun, I guess. That's why we still have these songs. It's called Clancy Lowered the Boom. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. Here we go. Oh, that Clancy. Oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy. Oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, 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 boom. Now Clancy was a peaceful man, if you know what I mean. The cops picked up the pieces after Clancy left the scene. He never looked for trouble, that's a fact you can assume. But nevertheless, when trouble would press, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy, oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, 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 a boom. Well, here's his friend Mulrooney now. Mulrooney walks in the bar. Mulrooney walks into the bar and ordered up a round. He left his drink to telephone and Clancy drank it down. Mulrooney says, who drunk me drink? I'll lay him in his tomb. Before you could pat the top of your hat, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy, oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, boom, boom. Here's another one now. Here's the big finish now. All the friends and neighbors are together. Oh, they just cannot wait to start a fight. Here it goes. Well, the neighbors all turned up for Kate O'Grady's wedding night. McDougal says, let's have some fun. I think I'll start a fight. He wrecked the hall, then kissed the bride and pulverized the groom. Then quick as a wink, before he could think, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy, oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy, oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, boom, boom. There you go. Let's clean up. Let's clean up. Clancy lowered the boom. Here's a couple of the George M. Cohan style songs from right around World War I. I'm looking over, tell me what? A 4-leaf clover that I overlooked before. One leaf is sunshine, the second is rain. Third is the roses that bloom in the lane. No need explaining, the one remaining is somebody I adore. I'm looking over a 4-leaf clover that I overlooked. Be one more time. I'm looking over a 4-leaf clover that I overlooked before. One leaf is sunshine, the second is rain. Third is the roses that bloom in the lane. No need explaining, the one remaining is somebody I adore. I'm looking over a 4-leaf clover that I overlooked before. Oh yes, yes, I'm looking over a 4-leaf clover that I overlooked before. Here's another one. This goes back to World War I specifically. Very popular with the troops and all the families. Because it's a long way to Tipperary. Oh, it's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Oh, goodbye, Piccadilly. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart is there. Oh yes, my heart is there. Tipperary. Very nice, very nice. I hope you're singing. Hope you're singing. Hey, we're past the 40-minute mark here. My gosh, I hope you're sticking with me. I hope you are. Here's another one I learned quite young. My 5th grade teacher's name was Mrs. McNamara, and it wasn't even her name, it was her family name, her husband's, right? But it was very important to her that we 5th graders learned how to sing that song that had McNamara in the lyrics. It was the one about that music group from Ireland. What was their name? Oh, McNamara's Band. That was easy. Yeah, okay. McNamara's Band. Let's see if we remember this one. Oh, me name is McNamara, I'm the leader of the band. Although we're few in numbers, we're the finest in the land. We play for wakes and weddings, and at every fancy ball. And when we play for funerals, we play the march from Saul. Oh, the drums go banging, the cymbals clang, and the horns they blaze away. McCarthy pumps the old bassoon, while I the pipes do play. And a Hennessy, Tennessee toots the flute, and the music is something grand. A credit to old Ireland is McNamara's Band. Ra-ba-da-ba-da, ra-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Right, now we are rehearsing for a very grand affair. The annual celebration, all the gentry will be there. The boys and girls will all come out with flags and banners grand. And leading the procession will be McNamara's Band, yeah! The drums go banging, the cymbals clang, and the horns they blaze away. McCarthy pumps the old bassoon, while I the pipes do play. And a Hennessy, Tennessee toots the flute, and the music is something grand. A credit to old Ireland is McNamara's Band. Credit to old Ireland is McNamara's Band. A McNamara's Band. A McNamara's Band. There you go. March right along, play your instruments, let's have some fun. Here's a couple of songs about Irish guys named Danny. Danny, I bet you probably know the one that goes, "Oh, Danny boy." So I've got that one for you. But right before that, I've got another one that's kind of fun. I learned it out of a book of Irish songs. And it's about a guy named Danny Maloney. Now, here's the deal. Danny is a hard-working guy. And he also loves the ladies. And so this one lady asks him when he shows up for a date. She says, you know, I've been noticing that you never look like you're tired at all, which is amazing. You've got such good energy. What's your secret? And he says, well, here's my secret, you see. I divide my day into 3 equal parts. 8 hours for working, and then, of course, 8 hours for sleeping. You got to have your sleep. And that leaves 8 hours for romance and dating and love. So I work 8 hours. I sleep 8 hours. That leaves 8 hours for love. So how does that sound? And here's the little song about it. It's a great little song. It's called Danny Maloney, I Work 8 Hours. Danny Maloney, he worked in a store, waiting on pretty young girls by the score. He tried to date up each one that he saw, 'cause he was a real ladies' man. One girl he asked him as he came to call. She says, why is it you're never tired at all? And as he hung up his coat in the hall, Danny says, I'll tell you why. I work 8 hours, I sleep 8 hours, that leaves 8 hours for love, of course. 8 long hours with nothing to do. Think of the fun if I spent them with you. To prove I love you, I'll kiss and hug you. And if you want an encore, My sleep I'll be shirking, I'll even quit working so I can love you some more. How's that sound so far? So far, so good. Dan had to serve on the jury one day. Up on the witness stand, young Mrs. Gray said that her husband had just run away, and she said, I want to be free. After the case had been thoroughly tried, what is your verdict? The magistrate cried. Dan looked her over, and then he replied, you need a husband like me. I work 8 hours, I sleep 8 hours, that leaves 8 hours for love. Yes, it does. 8 long hours with nothing to do. Think of the fun if I spent them with you. To prove I love you, I'll kiss and hug you. And if you want an encore, my sleep I'll be shirking, I'll even quit working so I can love you, so I can love you, so I can love you so more. Danny Maloney! What a guy, what a role model, absolutely. Good, hard worker, sound sleeper, and all the rest. Here's the one about Danny Boy. We love this one. It's kind of sad, very sentimental. So please sing along if you shed a tear, if it brings back some emotion. I completely agree. I completely do. Sometimes I get a little bit choked up on this one too. Yeah. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside, the summer's gone and all the leaves are falling. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come ya back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. And I'll be here, yet soft you tread above me. That you love me, and I will sleep in peace until you come to me. Danny Boy, beautiful song. Thank you. All right, we got it. Time for a few more. Here's one about a young lady in Dublin. Her family has a very unique business. Back in the old days, they were fishmongers, and they went around the streets of Dublin, wheeling their wheelbarrows, yelling, cockles and mussels, alive, alive-o! Come and get it now, they're fresh. In Dublin's fair city, where girls are so pretty, 'twas there that I first met sweet Molly Malone. She wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive-o. Alive, alive-o, alive, alive-o, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive-o. She was a fishmonger, sure 'twas no wonder, for so were her father and mother before. They all wheeled their wheelbarrows through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive-o, alive, alive. alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Here comes the sad part. This is before antibiotics. This happened a lot. She died of a fever, and no one could save her. And that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. But her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. That's another classic. I hope you remember that one. All right, now I'm going to have to turn the page and find some more here in my little book. See what else is in here. Let's try this one. This is called How Are Things in Glockamora? Okay, and then we'll do Dear Old Donegal. I like that one too. I think this is from a movie. I think this is from one of those movies back in maybe the 40s or 50s. How are things in Glockamora? Is that little brook still leaping there? Does it still run down to Donny Cove, through Killybegs, Kilcarry and Kildare? How are things in Glockamora? Is that willow tree still weeping there? Does that lassie with the twinkling eye come whistling by? And does she walk away sad and dreamy there, not to see me there? So I ask each weeping willow and each brook along the way, and each lass that comes a-whistling to relay. How are things in Glockamora this fine day? That's a beautiful one. Here's one called Dear Old Donegal. It's about a guy who came over when he was quite young from his home in Donegal, and he comes to New York. He works really hard, doesn't take any time for serious relationships, because he's got a plan. He's going to make up some enough money, then he's going to go back over to Ireland and find an Irish bride from the young ladies that were back in his home county in Donegal. So this is what it's called, Dear Old Donegal. Oh, it seems like only yesterday I sailed from out of Cork, a wanderer from Erin's Isle. I landed in New York. There wasn't a soul to meet me there, a stranger on your shore. But Irish luck was with me then, and riches came galore. And now that I'm going back again to dear old Erin's Isle, me friends will meet me on the pier and greet me with a smile. Their faces I've almost forgot, I've been so long away. But me mother will introduce them all, and this to me will say, shake a hands with your Uncle Mike, me boy, and here's your sister Kate, and here's the girl you used to swing down by the garden gate. Shake hands with all of the neighbors and kiss the colleens all. You're as welcome as the thousand May to dear old Donegal, as welcome as the thousand May to dear old Donegal, a dear old Donegal, dear old Donegal, my friend. Let's go back. Let's go back to the first page. Here's a song that was on the radio back in the 1960s. It was by an Irish group called the Irish Rovers, and it's a song called The Unicorn. It's all about Noah and the Ark, told with a beautiful Irish lilt, written by an American folk singer guy named Shel Silverstein. And it goes like this. A long time ago, when the earth was green, there was more kind of animals than you'd ever seen. They'd run around splashing while the earth was being born. But The loveliest was all, the loveliest of all was the unicorn. Here we go, now listen. There was green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, the loveliest of all was the unicorn. Well, the Lord sees some sinning, and it gave him pain. So he says, stand back, I'm gonna make it rain. He says, hey, brother Noah, I'll tell you what to do. Build me a floating zoo, and bring some of them green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, don't you forget my unicorn. There will be consequences, yeah. Well, old Noah was there, yeah, to answer the call. He finished up making the ark just as the rain started to fall. He marched in the animals, 2 by 2, and he calls out as they went through, hey Lord, I got your green alligators and long-necked geese, your humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees. I got your cats, your rats, your cats, your rats, your elephants. Short, I'm so forlorn. I'm mixing it up, sorry. I just can't see no unicorn. Okay, well now, old Noah looks out through the driving rain. All them unicorns were hiding, playing silly games, kicking and a-splashing as the rain was falling. Oh, those silly unicorns. But there was green alligators and long-necked geese, lots of humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees. Noah says, close the door, 'cause the rain is falling and we just can't wait for no unicorn. Well, the ark started moving, drifting with the tide. Those unicorns looked up from the rocks and they cried, and the water came down and sort of floated them away. And that's why you'll never see a unicorn to this very day, except on the clothing that all of your great-grandchildren wear. Yeah, mine too. You'll see lots of green alligators and long-necked geese, lots of humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, you're never gonna see no unicorns. That's what they say. That's what they say. Here's an Irish blessing for you. We're going to sign off real quick. An old Irish blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your fields, and the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Until we meet again. 'Cause you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. South Beach, you'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Oh, please don't take my sunshine away. And you told me once, dear, you'd always love me, and no one else would come between. But now you've left me for Elvis Presley. What? You have broken all my dreams. Oh, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Oh, please don't take my sunshine away. Away. South Beach. I will see you some other time. Bless you all. Thank you for listening. And I forgot to download your names, so I didn't have the list of names to call out, so I apologize for that. And Corey, you just keep up the awesome work, and I'll see you all again sometime. Bless you, bless you, bless you all. Say bye from JJ. Bye-bye now. Thanks again.